Hi Gemini, how are you guys doing? I really hope that this video finds you well. Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Anisa from the Inner Stereo. This is going to be your love messages as a general reading, so the roles might get reversed or it may or may not resonate with you. And if this reading resonates with you, there's going to be a link down in the description box below for a personal reading with me, okay? So in this reading, Gemini, it's going to be a you versus them format. I'm going to be pulling card about who is it that we're going to be talking about today and what their current energy is like, your challenges, past, present, future from both parties, and we're going to clarify them. And I am also going to be pulling some advice card for you by the end of the session, okay? Kind of like complicated here. Okay, let's do it again. Let's try it again. There you go. Oh, Gemini. This mutable energy, right? So one of your biggest challenges here, Gemini, you have the Seven of Cups and you also have the Five of Wands in upright position. I feel that your biggest challenges here has a lot to do with confirmation bias or cognitive dissonance theory. Okay, what is it about this whole situation that I understood and I have concluded that I could actually take as my final conclusion? So I'm going to give an example. Let's say, for instance, you're dealing with somebody at first, and because of your love that you feel towards this person, you believe that this person is like this, right? This is all of the good qualities, everything that you wanted, the changes that you've always wanted from them and everything like that. And then comes the reality. So it's two totally different things. How can you merge the two? And this is the thing that I still find in your challenges. Where out of all of these realities and all of these things that I've concluded about them, right? Which one is the truth about this person? Which one is the truth about the connection? So you're still having this inner conflict within you in your search for the one truth. Okay. Now, let's talk about the past. You have the Tower and you also have the Nine of Swords in upright position. There was some really, really painful situations for you in the past. The things that you thought was really stable, turns out it really wasn't. And you're still grappling with the loss of it. You're still grappling with the shock of it, I would say. And you still think a lot about it as well in the past. Now, in the present moment, you have the Three of Swords and you also have the Ace of Wands. The pain is still there. Okay, the pain is still there, but I feel that out of that pain comes some sort of inspiration, but we're going to clarify what that inspiration really is. Now, in the future, you have the Justice and you also have the Moon in upright position. I feel that in the future, you're going to be called to use your rational. You're going to be called to use your logics in order to answer some of the unanswered questions that you have here. But we're going to clarify in a moment. Now, in the past, this person is the Wheel of Fortune and also the Eight of Pentacles in upright position. Now, this person actually think and feel that this connection was something that they could expand on. That, eventually me and Gemini, we could work this out, right? But in the present moment, they have the King of Swords and also the Three of Cups. Something harsh here. A coldness, an aloofness, a change of behavior, a mind game maybe. We're going to clarify. That kind of like hurt you at the present moment. However, in the future, look at this. Happiness. Happiness comes your way. Someone studying you, someone analyzing you, someone communicating with you, but we're going to clarify, yeah? So let's start clarifying them. Gemini. You want to know why is it that I haven't mentioned your overall energy? Because I'm a bit fearful here, to be honest with you. You have the Ten of Wands, you have the Fool card, and you have the Devil. By the way this card is positioned, it looks like you're a bit relapsing. You've worked so hard on taking a giant leap of faith towards something. And I remembered your last reading. I was so proud of you. I was so happy for you, right? Because you've been so brave. I feel that right now you guys might be in the energy of kind of like quite relapsing towards old patterns, your addictions towards somebody. But we're going to clarify, yeah? Let's clarify the King of Swords there from their side. I want to see what causes you pain. Let's clarify the King of Swords here. 8 of Wands, 9 of Wands, and also the Ace of Wands in upright position. Ooh. People act unpredictably when they're afraid. When they're afraid of feeling vulnerable, when they're afraid of feeling exposed, when they're afraid of feeling guilty, when they're afraid of being shamed. Okay, so right now the issues between the both of you are very sensitive to a point that anything you do, they would take it very sensitively and they would kind of like react on it on a very, very impulsive manner that could seemingly feel so harsh. Okay. Let's clarify the 3 of Cups from their side. 4 of Wands, Empress, and also the King of Cups in upright position. But truly, deep down inside, they do still want to have a lot to do with you. There's still this acknowledgement that even though me and Gemini were totally 2 different personalities, but I do like the way Gemini makes me feel because you made them feel seen, you made them feel adored. And Gemini has been my familiarity or my comfort zone. But again, there's something about them operating from a place of fear. So just one wrong thing, it's so impulsive the way that they do it. I don't know. Let's go for the 3 of Swords from your side here. The World, the Devil, and also the Justice in upright position. So you're trying to establish boundaries, but again, it's normal. It's normal if your strong looks different every day. In fact, I'm actually going to post that on my community post later on. But yeah, it's normal if your strong looks different every day. Don't blame yourself for that, honey. It's okay if sometimes you feel relapsing. It's okay if you feel that, fuck, I have boundaries. Why am I feeling this way again? It's okay. You're still trying to balance this out, Scarf up the Ace of Wands from your side here. But you should know that help is actually near you, Like you do have people who care for you. You do have a support system who would gladly be on your defense. You pity them. It's kind of like weird. I've never seen that card being that pity, but that was the first impression that I was getting. You kind of like pity them at some point. And one of the reasons why sometimes you relapse has a lot to do with the fact that sometimes you pity them because you feel that you understand them a lot to a point that you just pity them. Now, if you're single and ready to mingle, there's a high possibilities of you actually finding somebody new, but it's going to start off as a friend first. It's not going to be something that is serious, but at least it's going to bring about some hope that, things are actually expanding in my areas of life. Things are, are brand new in my life right now. Okay, let's clarify the future here. So I want to clarify the Ten of Cups. Clarify the Justice. You're going to get stronger in the future. Now it's just like it's just an episode, you know what I mean? Like, it's normal for people to be relapsing. Again, as I mentioned, it's okay if your strong looks different every day, because in the future, I do feel that you're going to get a lot stronger. You're going to be pushed in operating from your logical perspective even more. And you're going to kind of like, there's like a lot of realizations here about, you know what, the things that is in here is actually no longer emotionally fulfilling for me. And you're kind of like ready to cut them off. But if it's not possible to cut them off, I think it would just be like, this person complains to you about something, like, yeah, whatever. Or they're doing something, yeah, whatever. Okay. What I mean by doing something here is that it's so interesting, because what does this person wants with you is they want a relationship, right? Where they feel that they could be very happy in, and they could actually make you happy in. However, there's something about them being skeptical of you because they feel that you are less capable than them. Is either you're much more impulsive, you're much more flighty, you're much more not grounded, you're much more less practical. And this is not me saying these as if it's your quality, okay? It's just something that I'm reading from this person. But I feel that, again, in the future, you wouldn't take it lightly. Like, I feel that you guys are going to be at a point where you are done with somebody actually devaluing you in order to mold you into becoming their perfect partner. You know what I'm trying to say? Because if they love you, because for me, I don't believe that love is about changing somebody. I think love is about acceptance and supporting each other to a point that we bring out the best version of ourselves, right? I don't believe that love is about changing somebody. If you want to change somebody, change yourself. Okay? There's something about this person kind of look at you from the lens of contempt and kind of like wanting to change some of your behavior so that you could fit their mold of a perfect partner that they could have a relationship with. You know what I mean? I just feel that in the future, you're no longer wanting to be devalued. No matter with all of these relapsing energy that we were talking about here, I just feel that no. If you want that person, then go find that kind of person who can be molded into whomever you want, but just not me. You're starting to realize that there's nothing here that fulfills you emotionally anymore. Now let's clarify the Page of Swords here. Let's clarify the Moon card in upright position. So it's so interesting, and it's kind of like weird because this is a very complicated one, but it's more about you only want to have forward movement in your life. Okay. You want to go after things that makes you happy. And one of the beautiful things about this is that the moon is being illuminated by the sun, which means that all of the unanswered questions that you might be having in the present moment will actually eventually get answered in the future. Not through them, but it's going to be through the conclusion that you would actually have for yourself. You would no longer have that confirmation bias that I was talking about earlier, but you would finally pick one reality and be like, okay, I'm going to pick that reality to eliminate the confusion that I have. because I feel that in the future, all of your investment is all about moving forward. Now, when it comes to this person here, Gemini, again, there's something about, okay, you want me to take a giant leap of faith towards you. You want me to be emotionally available to you. You want me to empathize with you and everything like that. Fine. But then judging. What the hell? Judging the very thing that makes you happy. Judging your own personality. Judging your ego. Judging your... I forgot what was the book called, but I know this research by John Gottman. Okay, so what he did is that he did a research on multiple couples, and then out of these couples, he kind of like was able to predict the couple that is going to be separated or divorced. Okay, so there would be 4 factors in it, and he would call this the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. One of them is contempt. Once you start having a contempt towards your partner, it's kind of like a recipe for that relationship to go down. And I feel that this person has a very high contempt towards you, where they feel, again, as I said, they know things better. And it may has a lot to do with them operating from a place of fear, because people who operate from a place of fear, they would have the tendency to want to control, very, very controlling, yeah, in order for them to be able to predict the outcome. Now, this person has a contempt on you, and again, it's kind of like molding you into a perfect partner that they could be in a relationship with, forgetting the fact that you have your own individuality, that you also have your own needs, your own emotional desires and everything like that. So it's like you follow their rules first, and then they would do what you want. But there's this terms and conditions that is being applied here. And again, if the terms and conditions is something that is normal or common, I would say okay, but this is contempt. This is contempt, hun. Okay, let's clarify. Yeah, sorry. Let's pull some advice here for you. Beautiful. First card is you have the 5 of Wands. I always see 5 of Wands as being a Tower card as well. Why? It's because 5 comes after 4. 4 is something stable, right? It's a very stable shaped. It's a very stable foundation. Then comes 5 that shattered the stability of the 4. Something has shattered the stability of this connection. Something has shattered what you think about this person, what you always think or what you've always hoped about this person. Now, this is the After Tarot deck on Gemini, so it's going to be very different than the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. Out of everything that has been shattered into smithereens, take one. Again, this is your challenge, right? Like, which reality should I choose to as my final conclusion? Take one. Take one and then believe in that, because I feel that most of the times why you're spending your time in confusion and everything like that has a lot to do with your expectations, with your hopes, with your dreams and your feelings. Right now, I think what you need to conclude things on is based on the real reality of what you've seen, what you've witnessed, what you've experienced. The things that you're feeling in the present moment is exactly how you're going to be feeling 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Can you deal with that 5 years from now or 10 years from now? If you can, then take that as a reality. Okay. Once you take that as a reality, you hold it to your dear life. Then what's next? 9 of Cups and also the Ace of Cups. Healing, you focusing a lot more on yourself, self-love and everything like that can only come after you've done your most fundamental self-love of all, which is clearing your mind out of every confusion. Just being practical, being realistic as you should, being as logical as you can. Okay? Because the more confused you are, the more confused your emotions would be. It's like you're doing something that you like, but you're not really enjoying it because you're not at the stage where You're accepting things as it is. But the sooner that you accept the reality as it is, the sooner it is that you're able to enjoy little things in life. Like Ace of Cups is literally little things in life. It could be, wow, I'm actually enjoying the swim that I just did. Wow, I'm actually enjoying the smell of the flower when I walked back home. Wow, I'm actually enjoying this hot shower that I have. It's the little things in life. And I feel that you haven't been able to enjoy, appreciate the little things in life because, again, you're here, your mind is elsewhere right now. You're relapsing, right? Especially with all of these confirmation bias, with this cognitive dissonance that you guys are having. It's like everywhere. You just have to shut it down, take one reality, hold it, believe in it, and then start focusing on you. Trust me, you will feel a lot better. Okay? So I think that is it for my reading for you here, Gemini. I hope that you find tons and tons of clarity that you guys been looking for. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week for another weekly reading. All right, bye-bye guys. Have a great day. I love you.